Hi, I'm Madison, and I'm from Detroit, and I live in Calabasas, California.
Hi, I'm Courtney, and I'm from Detroit too, and I live with her in Calabasas, California.
Yes, we're here today with Vlad Tenev, CEO of Robinhood.
Hey, Vlad, from the standpoint of being a mother and just being a human, how you doing?
Uh, First of all, I appreciate both of you, and I appreciate you asking the question. I'm a father. I've got two small kids. I'm hanging in there. I think the way that I think about it is we're all on a journey, and this is just a really interesting learning experience and a growth opportunity for me. And the journey is all we have at the end of the day. So I'm trying to keep that in perspective. But it's been challenging, but also exhilarating at times.
I've had friends say that they felt betrayed by what Robinhood did back in January, and they're not sure what to believe. What actually happened?
Yeah. No, certainly. And since you guys are customers, you probably have an idea of what the product is. Our mission is to democratize finance for all. And I think Robinhood really became popular because it represented a movement. It represented this idea that individual investors should have the same access to the markets and the same tools that the big guys have. And so what happened was on January 28th, due to high collateral requirements and the regulatory deposit requirements, the need for us to put up cash as a firm, we had to temporarily restrict buying certain securities that were very popular on the internet. And that disappointed customers greatly. And we certainly own that. And it's something we're trying to learn from and to prevent from happening ever again. And one of the interesting non-intuitive things is that you would think we can just use our customers' cash that they have deposited in their account to pay for these trades. But actually, since there's a 2-day settlement period, we can't do that, and we have to put up our company's cash as collateral to pay for these trades. And so when you're seeing historic volatility concentrated in all of these stocks, a lot of new customers joining, it led to a situation not just at Robinhood but industry-wide, where you saw these collateral requirements at the clearinghouses just inflect. And for Robinhood, the company ourselves, they went up about 10x, so a factor of 10 in just 3 days. And so working with our clearinghouses, we made the decision to restrict the buying of these securities so that we could make the deposit for the collateral. And then over the next couple of days, we raised over $3 billion in capital. We pulled on some lines of credit so that we could gradually relax and then eventually remove all of these restrictions.
Yeah, I've been interested in investing all of my life pretty much, and Robinhood made it accessible to people like us. Why did you start Robinhood to begin with?
I started because my co-founder Beju and I, we didn't come from entrepreneurial families. We're actually both immigrants. I immigrated from Bulgaria when I was 5 years old, and I basically left a country whose financial system was on the brink of collapse, and it ended up collapsing a couple of years after I left. So snuck out right in time. Beju was the children of immigrants. Both of our parents came to this country to pursue advanced degrees. So we grew up in a very academic environment, and we both grew up valuing making a contribution to society. So we honestly didn't start a financial company because we wanted to make money or for personal gain. We viewed it as if we can build an awesome product that actually could change how individuals access the financial system, then that could have a profound societal impact. Like if we carry that thread forward, it could actually help address some of the deep-seated issues we have with wealth inequality in this country.
I want to just go to some questions that the public have been floating around out there. One of them, the questions is, why couldn't Robinhood continue to allow people to buy stocks like GameStop or AMC that were using cash accounts. And I just got to throw this in, Vlad, that when I joined Robinhood, guess what my free stock was? It was AMC. It was AMC. And I took it. And, you know, and I'm happy with my AMC stock. Didn't do anything with it, just let it stay right there.
Yeah, I've heard, through some stroke of luck that both AMC and GameStop were free stocks that Robinhood has given out in the past. So we obviously didn't have the foresight to know that it would turn out like this, but I do think that's pretty funny.
So the question was, why couldn't Robinhood continue to allow people to buy stocks like GameStop, or AMC that were using cash accounts?
Yeah, it wasn't really a cash versus margin issue. And as a matter of fact, a couple of days before this, as part of our general operational risk management processes, we prevented customers from using margin and borrowing to buy these stocks anyway. So they were all at what's known as 100% margin requirement. So basically, starting with a few days before January 28th, these stocks had to be fully paid for anyway.
So another customer question says, if this happens again in the future, and the clearing firm quotes Robinhood a lot of money, like the $3 billion we recently saw, how will Robinhood handle this differently?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that a big part of it is just the infrastructure that we've built ourselves in the time period. So going from sort of marking stocks sell only to even the system we had in place on Friday, which set limits to positions but allowed customers to buy them, I think was a big improvement. And I think that system will only get more mature. We'll improve it. We'll make sure that we communicate to customers better and more proactively. And also the additional capital that we raised, the $3.4 billion, goes a long way. So I think you take all of those things and then couple it with pushing for the settlement infrastructure to modernize, because I really think nobody wants this to happen again. And it wasn't uniquely a Robinhood issue, but an industry issue. Many broker dealers and trading platforms prevented their customers from opening positions in these stocks. So solving the problem for the system will require, I believe, systemic change and fixing the antiquated settlement infrastructure.
So how does the company plan to restore customers' confidence in Robinhood?
Well, I think a big part of it is communicating the story, explain the details and the facts. If people will read our statement, both written, and they'll listen to our oral statement. And the rest of it is just going to be repeating what we've already said and making sure that people understand that I'm not perfect, Robinhood's not perfect, and we commit, and we have shown in the past that when we make mistakes, we learn from them and we don't repeat them. And look, you know, I don't want customers to be in a position where they can't buy stocks. So I'll do everything in my power to prevent that from happening again. And that's a personal commitment for me.
What about if they need to get in touch with you guys? Because what about customer service and, you know, responding? We see a lot of questions online.
Yeah.
Are there any plans for that?
Well, that's a very important question. And it's actually one of the main things we're working on. And it's a challenging problem because of the scale that we're operating in. So we started out when we were a very small company, offering basically a phone number that people could dial into for support and combining that with email support. Then as we got a little bit bigger, we realized, well, we're not really serving customers that well with this 1-800 number. Email just works so much better and we can handle so many more customers. So we switched to email only. And we've built large teams around that, product and engineering teams and operational teams supporting them. And we've actually reintroduced phone support, but in a much more intelligent way. So what we've done is we started with kind of the high intensity issues like advanced options trading issues. And from the app, you can actually say, you know, I have an issue with this options trade. We'll actually populate the list of your recent trades. You can select it, and then you can be connected to a live agent over the phone.
That's great. That's great. People are going to love to hear that. You know, I want to go back to what you said about the journey, because, you know, I too believe that life is definitely a journey and not a destination. And this has been a journey for us as a family with Robinhood. And sometimes we even have Zoom calls with family members and other people that we know that are interested in investing, but they don't have the financial literacy to do so. Does Robinhood have any plans in terms of financial literacy education, particularly in our community? We didn't grow up learning some of those things, and it would be really cool if there were plans for expanding knowledge and the education of how to invest and, you know, how to do so responsibly and effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that we've been working on for the last couple of years is Robinhood Learn, which is our web portal for education and information about investing concepts. So we recently redesigned it. We launched Learn 2.0 just a few weeks ago. And the idea with Learn is take someone from really sort of like the basics of investing, you know, what is a stock, what is a fund, all the way through to more advanced concepts, and make it available not just to Robinhood customers, but to the general public. And that's why it's on our website. You don't even need an account to see it. So I think we'll keep investing in that. We want to get it more and more into the product as well. And I think there's a way, as you guys suggested, to bring it offline as well, so that you know, we're holding events, hopefully live events, once the pandemic gets a little bit better. And it's an area where we're just going to be doing more and more, and leveraging technology, also leveraging our great humans who are passionate about investing to do more for our communities.
So one last question. You know, in life, as we've been talking about the journey of life, there's always moments to teach and to learn. In closing out, what lesson have you learned from all of this?
I think I've learned that, you know, I've had a tendency to focus very much internally, you know, on product, engineering, operations. I haven't been out there too much in the past on social media. You know, I do CNBC or press from time to time, but it's not something that I have done that much. And I think now people just expect a company like Robinhood, who's having such an impact, to be out there more and to shine a light on some of these really complicated kind of technical things that underpin the financial system. So it's been really interesting, you know, to be out there and not just talking about our products, but talking about industry things like settlement times, payment for order flow, short selling, which Robinhood doesn't even offer, but it's obviously something that's very important for the financial industry and the space we're in. And so I've learned to kind of zoom out, and rather than thinking about Robinhood and myself as just like one person and one company in a broader system, think about the system itself and how that could be better. And I think as we get bigger and bigger, that's going to become more important for us. You know, we're not only responsible for ourselves, but people expect the financial system to work a certain way and for it to make sense. And they should hold us responsible to that as well.
Well, that's great. I want to thank you personally in terms of our family, because we've done really well with Robinhood, and we've got people that are interested now, my sister, friends and family. And it's just a great amount of independence, being able to pick and choose the stocks individually that you want to, versus our traditional 401ks, mutual funds, that sort of a thing. You know, it gives us a certain amount of autonomy, and we sit where we are today in great deal because of Robinhood.
So long live Robinhood, long live Sherwood Forest.
Well, here. I appreciate both of you.
We appreciate you.
Yeah,
thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much.
And you take care of yourself.
Yes, absolutely. Get some rest. Try.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye now.
You.